Welcome back. As of now, we have learned about the for loop, and in JavaScript, we have another one also, that is while loop. Let's look on to this. Here I am using the weightlifting weight repetitions. This example, copy and then paste here. Now here in for loop, we have initialization for one value and then the condition and then increment or decrement value, and the in the block we have printing the statement. Now in while loop, we can only specify a condition. I'm writing here while condition repetition is than equal 10. Here also I'm writing same is than equal 10. And then we want to keep the loop running while repetition. So that's why we have written less than or equal 10. Now we initializing the value at outside equal 1 in the block, right? And in the block, write this one and then paste here. And then we have the value that increment or decrement. For that, we need to write here rep plus plus. And now this is the same example for having this for loop and the while loop. This is the declaration of while loop. We need to write like this. First here initializing the value and then the condition, and then we are displaying if it is true, it will display the statement, and then it will increase or decrease the statement value. Okay, let's see the result. Now see here we have these 10 repetitions from for loop and these 10 repetitions from while loop. Let's I am giving here the number 5, then here also 5, and then this is for while loop. See here, reload. See the result. Result is same, but here this is from for loop and this is from while loop. Now here in while loop, it does not really need a counter. Now here we have placed this for a specific use. In while loop, what really needs is the condition. If the condition is true, then the statement is executed. And now let's create an example. And we don't need this in comments. Now the example is basically roll a dice and then keep rolling the dice until we roll a 6, and then when we roll a 6 we stop. Here what we want is we will roll the dice while the rolled dice is different from 6. Now what's the point is how many times the loop should run, and so we don't need a counter variable here. Let's write here let dice equal, I'm using here math.random because this will create a number between 0 and 1. And then here we have to multiply this with 6 and then write console.log dice. Then see the result. Syntax error. Here place this and then see the result. Here the result is 0.31. This is a decimal part, and now here we have that math dot trunk. Okay. So this will give us a number between 0 and 5. Close here. And then here plus 1. We have to add plus 1 to get 1 to 6. Here, because of math.trunk, we will display 0 to 5 and this plus 1 is for 6. Now let's write here while loop. While dice is not equal 6, console.log, you rolled a dice. Using literals dice. This is an infinite loop here. So let's copy and then paste here. Then delete this one. Now see the result. See the result here. We see we have got lot of dice rolls here. See 4. You rolled the dice 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2. And then all these dice are different from 6 only. Here I am placing this console in comments. Now see the result. Here you have rolled a dice 2, 4, 5 and then 2. This condition was tested that 2 is not equal 6. And it entered the loop and then displayed 2. And then next we have 4. 4 is not equal 6. So it displayed the statement. The next one is 5 and then 2 also. And then the next one after this we rolled here was a 6. So the end of this iteration value will be a dice value of 6. And in the next iteration the dice was actually equal to 6. For that reason the condition is false and then the loop stopped. And now here I am writing another statement that if dice is equal 6, giving condition console.log loop is end. Now let's see the result. Here it displayed that the loop is end. Here the 6 is equal 6. It checked the condition that 6 is equal 6 and then it displayed the loop is end. And next enter here the condition is 6 is not equal 6. So the loop stops. And so now this is the way of declaring this while loop here. And now you have a clarity about this for loop and while loop and the differences. Okay, this is all about the session. We'll continue in the next lecture. Thank you.